everybody, and welcome back to Simidiom. So I've got a little bit of a dilemma here. I had to fly into this airfield. It's one of those non-existent airfields, unfortunately. And I had to land here because I had a job. So, because I had a job, I actually had to land here, which meant I had to land in this field here, which is where the airstrip is supposed to be. Now I don't know whether the airstrip's missing, or whether this is exactly what it's like, or what. I'm not sure, guys. But my dilemma is this, and it's quite a simple one. I don't know whether we're going to get out of here, guys. I don't know whether we're going to get out of here. So, what I want to do is I did line up, but now I want to actually, I actually want to roll from about here somewhere. I am going to go full flaps here. I am, as I said, really concerned that we're not going to get out of here. It's going to be a tough one. It is going to be a very tough one, especially in this, the Bonanza. Now, I did, as I said, I flew over here. I flew over to this airport to do a job, and I spent, I think, 30 minutes circling, trying to find a landing strip, an airstrip. This is one of those small airstrips, the number ones on OnAir, and I couldn't find it. So, as opposed to showing me doing all of that, then I decided that I would actually not put that episode up. So, so we came in here. Our job now is to get ourselves out of here. So what we are going to do is we are going to try and get this thing out as best as we possibly can. So just want to make sure that that our trim is on 0. Where are we? 0 should be okay for takeoff. I've got the cowl flaps open. I do have the PIDOT heat on. It is 13 degrees out there, but I don't know what it's going to be like when we climb, so I'm going to leave that on for now. I am going to turn the taxi lights off and the landing lights on. Gear is up. We're at 3 stages of flaps, or 2 stages of flaps, and we are just going to do this, guys. We are going to do it. So full brake, and put the prop pitch to full forward, fully forward, and I am going to get this thing moving. I'm probably going to over rev a little bit to get this out of the airfield, but this is the best I can do, guys. It's the best that I can do. So wish us luck. Here we go. It's pretty crappy weather out here as well, so. Revving the aircraft up a bit. We are not picking up enough speed. I am concerned about this. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. That's it. As long as we clear these tree lines, I am going to throw up a stage of flaps. I'm going to turn this way, just to avoid those trees. And another stage of flaps. And climb us out of here. Whoa. I was so worried about that. That was just I was just super concerned about it, guys. Absolutely and utterly super concerned. I'm just going to reduce the prop pitch now, just to bring the RPMs down on the engine. We're going to turn into this, and I'm going to trim out for climbing. Once I trim out for climbing, I am going to set up the, there we go, that should be okay. I am going to set up our altitude and all that type of stuff, and then then once we've got all that done, I'm going to explain to you what we are doing. Let's see, we need that, and we want to climb out at Probably what we're climbing out at, about 100, just under 100. Let's turn the engage the autopilot. Let her do this. Let the aircraft settle. And bring that throttle back, the prop pitch back a little bit. I'm going to bring the throttle back a little bit, and I'm just going to let us climb out. I'm just going to keep us moving in this direction. Now we are off to Exeter. There was no jobs other than jobs into smaller number 1 airstrips, farm airstrips again. There was no jobs that we could take out of there. So I've picked the nearest, we're going into IFR conditions. I've chosen the nearest airport that is size 2, which is Exeter. It's not too far away. It's only 12 nautical miles away. We're going to fly into there, and then I have a double passenger run that we are going to do from there for the Navy, believe it or not, which is a $20,000 passenger run. So I will see you guys when we get relatively close to Exeter. Okay guys, due to the conditions that we're flying in at the moment, I have, for obvious reasons, I've selected an RNAV approach to runway 26 at Exeter. I'm expecting the runway 26 to be the active runway. So we're going to fly in and we're going to do an RNAV approach. I have increased our altitude to 3,000. And I am about to trim sort the aircraft out into cruise, which is approximately what you want to do is you want to move your manifold intake to 23 and your RPMs down to about 23. I think it's 23 for this aircraft. This aircraft is supposed to fly at is supposed to cruise at 175 knots. Now, unfortunately, there's a bit of rain out there. Unfortunately, the aircraft, I'm going to put some prop de-ice on as well. At this point in time, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Unfortunately, this aircraft will not do that. I think the maximum that it'll do is probably about 145, which is not what's specified. It's not even specified in the... I'll bring those cow flaps up now. It's not even specified in the aircraft details in Microsoft Flight Sim. Microsoft Flight Sim actually details this aircraft as cruising at 175 knots, and it doesn't. So, yeah, so we're stuck at 135 knots at the moment. Sitting on 23, this should really, I'm pretty sure it's 23, not 24. It should really be cruising at its peak. So let's maybe move this up to 24 and see what happens when we go to 24. It's just a slight adjustment, that's all we need. And see what we get. See, we're still not really getting any more anyway. Not getting any more at all, except for probably using up a little bit more fuel than what we need to. So I'm just going to bring it back. I'm just going to dial it back to 23 again, and I will see you guys when we are on our RNAV. Well, as you can see, we are on this leg. We'll be coming around here through Batsu. And we'll be making a left turn and coming into Exeter via EX, which is the NDB, I'm pretty sure. So I will see you guys when we get there. Okay, guys, we are on our RNAV now. Unfortunately, Microsoft Flight Sim, the air traffic control, doesn't allow you to do RNAVs. At least I've tried before, and they won't let you select those approaches, so we're not going to do that. We're going to drop down to 2,000 feet, and we want to be at about 1,100 feet by the time we reach EX. So I am going to work on that. I'll continue to I'll continue to monitor this, and I will see you when we get back, when we get a little bit closer. But as you can see, we are coming in here. We're following this track here. We're going to do a left turn and line ourselves up with the runway. Now, the current weather for Exeter is the wind is at 310 at 9 knots, which is going to be a nice landing with a very, very slight crosswind. Very slight crosswind. We'll be landing on runway 26, which is at a heading of 258, which you can see that I've got dialed into there. So I also have the Exeter NDB dialed in. So I will update you when we get relatively close, guys. This is going to be a pretty tough one, I think. A very tough one. Alright guys, we are lined up. You can see that I've got the just trying to slow the aircraft down a little bit. I do want to go some stage of flaps. I am going to bring our altitude back up to about 1800, which is what we are at now, so we can get over these hills. But we are below the cloud level at this point in time. Cloud is broken at 300 feet, I think it is. I think that's what the METAR said. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to give us a stage of flaps here. I'm just going to keep the aircraft in at a certain speed, just in the wide arc there, this wide arc here. I don't want to approach this too fast, purely due to the fact that we don't know what we're going to actually see when we get there. So I'm sort of hoping that I can just maintain this speed with one stage of flaps, as you can see. Now I'm going to prepare the aircraft for landing. We are currently 1.9 nautical miles out, and you can see that little blue arrow there. That is pointing to the Exeter NDB. So I'm going to keep my eye out here, and we will try and find this aircraft. I'm going to bring the cows down just to make sure that we don't. I'm going to open the cows up just to make sure that we don't overheat the engine too much. We still have pitot, and we might be able to turn the propeller. I think I might leave the propeller ice on, actually. So yeah, very interesting landing here. We are following sort of semi-VFR procedures without doing an ILS approach, which it's the opposite end of the runway that actually has an ILS. So moving in 5.6 nautical miles. Definitely going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Still sitting on 120, down about 122 knots, just below the, just within the flaps threshold. So it's definitely going to be an interesting landing for us. I want to be safer rather than sorry. We haven't flown into this airport at this point in time. I do not have access to airport plates at the moment, so I am not sure of the minimums for each of these points. However, I am going to sit at 1800 until we probably get to about here. Hopefully we'll be able to sort of reduce our altitude by levels of maybe 100. The airport is supposed to be 100, and there it is right there. Alright, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to turn the autopilot off. I'm going to go another stage of flaps. I'm going to bring the landing gear down. We are a bit high. We could have gone a little bit lower, but I was a little bit concerned just purely because we haven't flown into this airport yet. So let's keep some speed happening. Definitely keep some speed happening. Alright, beautiful. I'm just going to bring the prop pitch forward. I'm going to bring our face up a little bit, and we will get 2 red, 2 white. At the moment we're a little bit high. Not overly high, but just a little bit high. Alright, we are on track now. So we will trim the aircraft a little bit. Usually probably try and reduce your altitude, like drop altitude by about 500 feet per minute coming into something like this to maintain the glide slope. Everything is looking okay. We're at full flaps, 3 green on the gear. Everything is ready to go, so we will just, we're quite lucky that we've had this opportunity to get this clearing coming in here, but rather be safe than sorry. Run an RNAV into the airport in this kind of weather, and we'll see how we go. So we've got about 8 knots coming from 280, just from the right hand side of the nose a little bit. We're currently a little bit too low now.
500.
There we go. Lined ourselves up a bit there. We should be okay on this. I'm not sure what side of the airport we need to, what side of the runway we need to get off. Whether we get off to the left side or the right side, but we'll see how we go. So, all right, nose into the wind, just slightly. We don't need too much nose into the wind for this landing, because it almost is. We are flying almost straight into the wind, so we should be okay. We're still a little bit low, but that's okay. Reduce our speed just a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit of right rudder, still a little bit low. Airspeed's okay, 75 knots. 75 knots is okay. I'm happy with that. Don't want to hit the ground too hard. We don't have any passengers or cargo on board. This is a dead flight for us, so okay, and that off.
Landing time.
There we go, not bad at all. And feather the prop.
Exeter.
Okay, prop is feathered, and I think we are to head off to the right hand side there by the looks of it, which we shall do. We shall go out the next taxiway. Okay, flaps up. So all in all, not too bad at all. Let's lower our view just a touch. We'll come into here, roll off here, and we will flick on the flick off the landing, flick on the taxi lights, and we will follow the center line into here, park up, and we should be able to pick up our first lot of passengers, taking 3 passengers on the first leg of this passenger flight, and then we will be picking up another 3 after that. So lovely. All in all, I'm pretty happy with that. We did manage to get off that grass field. I was very concerned about that, but thankfully that was okay, and I was certainly a little bit concerned about the weather we were flying in as well. Real world weather, so luckily we are rated for IFR, which helped us out quite a lot, to be honest. Alright, there's a lovely Baron there by the looks of it. Yep. No, they're Moonies. I'm not sure. Alright, we will come in here. Somebody's driving a forklift on the taxiway again. We're going to move into here. We're going to probably go around to the right there. They do make it very, very tight in, I don't know whether it's just flight sim or whether it's really this tight in real life, but it's a bit annoying, to be honest. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. Just going to chop him in half. And we will pull in here, guys. There we go. This thing, apparently in real life, these turn on a dime. In flight sim, not so much. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let's put on our park brakes. Yep, park brakes are on. Lovely. Let's make sure that we turn off all of the lights as per this program. It doesn't like to have all of the lights on We'll turn that off. We'll turn the pitot off, and we shall starve the engine.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight, registered in OnAir company.
Okay, beautiful. There you go. Let's avionics master off, alt, and battery off. Right, we are back in the hangar. So all in all, a pretty good flight, to be honest. 0.1 reputation change. It was only a 17 nautical mile flight, although it was a little bit longer than that because we did do the RNAV. We got all of our bonuses there: safety bonus, aircraft handling bonus, and comfort bonus. So all in all, a relatively good flight considering the conditions. We're probably going to have to do a VFR flight for our next flight that we are going to do. At the moment, we have oh, whoa, there we go. We have our employee coming down here. She's on her way to from EGJT across here on a flight across to here. What she did do is I've had her flying around, and come on, zoom out. There we go. I actually had her flying around. She'd been flying around Europe a little bit, doing some flights. I've just brought her over on a flight that is taking her over to. It's taking her over to. Where are we? Over to EGVP. But she needed to. I needed to calculate the fuel and stuff. She's got 430 pounds of cargo on board, so she needed to stop here as a stopover on her way from. I think she came from LFAT, so right there. So that's a big flight for her. Definitely a big flight for her. Is that zooming in or is that zooming out? That's zooming out, is it? No, that's just moving up the map. All right, there you go. So there you go. She's on her way. She came from Alphat over to here, fueled up, and then is heading over there. After this, we are going to fly from where we are in Exeter. We are going to fly to EGTE, which is over here. We're going to pick up some passengers. We're picking up passengers here, flying over to EGT to drop passengers off. Then we are flying over to here, pick up some more passengers, and then fly them back again. But we're going to do that in the next episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was quite an interesting flight from that tiny little farm strip, 17 nautical miles, but it did take a while because of that RNAV approach. So. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode of Simiair. Thanks for watching, guys.